You work for a medium to large size company, meaning hundreds or thousands of employees, and your company is in the market for a new phone system. And Teams phone system is one of the options that your company is considering. But what are the things you need to know about Teams phone if you're a medium to large size company? My name is Mike Smith. I'm the president of AeroCom. Let's put our heads together on this. And hey, if you'd like to take a shortcut and get a demo on Teams phone system and get my recommendation on the best Teams phone operator connect vendors that your company should be quoting and get the best pricing from those vendors, send me an email, give me a call. Don't start searching over the internet for the best operator connect vendors and this and this and this. There's over 100 different Teams phone operator connect vendors. There's no way you're gonna know which ones are gonna be the best fit for your company. And some of them are definitely gonna be a better fit than others. There's also some companies in there that you probably never wanna use. So I'm a broker for all the major vendors out there that do this. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I know the industry inside and out, and I can not only get you in touch with the best vendors to use, you will get better pricing on these vendors if you work through me. So don't hit the Google button. Instead, just send me an email, give me a call. If you're a medium to large size company, that's my sweet spot. I'd love to help you with it. It's the reason why I do these videos. So join the thousands of other IT professionals who have used me to help their company make a lot better decision in a fraction of the time, and it doesn't cost them anything to use me. More information on that at the end of the video. All right, don't forget to also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my weekly videos that I put out. And go check out our website, AeroCominc.com, where you can search through Teams phone system vendors. You can search them by feature. You can watch videos on them, all kinds of cool stuff. Okay, first of all, what are the benefits of Teams phone system for a medium to large size company? The first thing I want to tell you is it may not be cost. It may not be a cost savings to go with Teams phone system. That's going to depend on your licensing, which I'll talk about later. But if you do not have an E5 license today, if your company does not have 365 E5 licensing, Teams phone is not going to save your company money when it comes to the phone system. I just want to say that right out of the gate because some companies reach out to me thinking Teams phone might be saving them money, but that's not the main benefit. The main benefit of Teams phone system is if your company is using Teams a lot today, like all the users are using Teams every single day, they're using it for instant messaging, for communicating internally, they're also using it for conferencing, for communicating internally and externally. Teams is something that your company uses religiously today. Then the big benefit of Teams phone system is that it's a single app that they're already using, and you're just adding the phone system functionality on top of that, as opposed to today where you might have a separate phone system than Teams. So that's the main benefit. It's really the convenience of having a single app if your company is already using Teams for all those other things today. Okay, something else you need to know about Teams is reliability. A lot of medium to large size companies come and ask me, is Teams phone reliable? Is it going to go down a bunch? Well, other than that blip of time during COVID where Teams kept crashing and having large outages, long outages, Teams has really been pretty rock solid after that. Yeah, Teams has an outage here and there, but overall it's a very reliable solution. And there's also different ways you can set up failover for Teams phone. So not only is it reliable inherently, but you can also set up failover options as well. When it comes to licensing, the main thing you need to know about Teams phone system, the licensing is you need to get an additional add-on license for all of your users called Teams Phone Standard. So if your company has a business basic, business premium license, E1, E3, or the government or education versions of those same things, every user in your company is going to need to add a Teams Phone Standard license. And right now that license is around $10 or so per month per user. Now, if your company already has an E5 license, Teams Phone Standard is included in your E5 licensing. So your company does not have to add that Teams Phone Standard add-on. You already have it, you're already paying for it. Now you might ask, is it worth it for us to, maybe we have an E3 today, should we go to an E5 if we're gonna get Teams phone system? Well, going from an E3 to an E5 is usually going to cost you a lot more money than $10. So it's better for you to just add Teams Phone Standard for every single user. All right, so we talked about licensing. for Teams phone system. The other thing you need to do for every single user is you need to add a calling plan for them, or you need to add some type of dial tone for them. Now, I've done a bunch of videos on this, so you can watch other videos to get more in depth on this, but there's a few different options you need to know about. There's direct routing, which most companies don't use. Direct routing is when you install a session border controller on site and you manage it, and you use that to connect your phone lines or your SIP trunks or your PRIs to your Teams phone tenant. That's the really old school way of doing it, and it relies on on-site equipment, so most medium to large size companies don't want to go that route. The route most companies go, if you're medium to large size businesses, you go with an operator connect vendor to provide you with a calling plan. And those vendors are third-party VoIP companies that give you calling plans. If you want to know which operator connect vendors you should be using, that's where I come into play. Send me an email, give me a call. I will tell you which vendors you should use. There's over 100 of them out there to choose from. I will tell you which ones are the best fit for your medium to large size company and why. I will help you get a quote on them. I will actually help you get better pricing on them than you'd ever be able to get if you called them directly. So reach out and contact me if you're interested in that. But that's what most medium to large size companies do, is they use Operator Connect for various reasons. Watch my videos that I've done on the benefits of Operator Connect. Another option you might want to look at, but probably don't want to look at, is Microsoft calling plans. It's a lot more expensive for a medium to large size company and a lot less support to use a Microsoft calling plan, but it is an option for you to get dial tone for your users that way. Operator Connect is the way you want to go if you're a medium to large size company. Reach out to me for more information on that. Features. When it comes to features, you need to know before you jump into Microsoft Teams phone system that Teams Phone is not the best service provider when it comes to features. That's something that has been known since it came out, and it's still the same way today. If your company wants a lot of fancy calling features, maybe if you have a contact center or you want to do a lot of reporting, maybe you have a big sales team, things like that. If you're looking into features like call recording or analytics or call center like features or queued callback, some cool stuff like that, Teams Phone is not going to be the best option for you. Teams Phone is the best fit for companies who don't need a lot of features, but that's just something you need to know in advance. There are ways that Operator Connect vendors can add bolt-on applications to Teams Phone to give you some of those features, but it starts to get pretty pricey as you start to add it up. Like if you need compliance call recording, or if everybody needs SMS, MMS, it starts to get kind of pricey if you have a lot of users and they all need the features, because they're bolt-on third-party applications, and it just gets pricey. But if your company doesn't need a lot of features, hey, Teams Phone is great. But I do want to say that Teams Phone does do all the basic features like answer, transfer, voicemail, auto attendant, just the basics. So when it comes to those basics things, Teams is fine. It's just when you try to get fancy that Teams starts to have some feature gaps. Porting phone numbers. I get this question a lot. Can your company port your existing phone numbers from your telecom carrier over to Teams phone system? Yes, you probably can. The reason I say probably is there's maybe a 1% chance that your phone numbers are not portable. There's a couple small little phone companies throughout the United States that do not allow porting, but all the major telecom companies allow number porting, and even a lot of the cell phone companies. So even if you want to bring over cell phone numbers over into Teams phone system, as well as your telecom phone numbers from SIP trunks or PRIs or analog lines, you can bring all those phone numbers over so you can keep all of your same phone numbers. And the nice thing is if you use an Operator Connect vendor, they can help you with the porting process. Speaking of porting, implementation is something else you need to know about. Implementation for a medium to large size company can be a large undertaking. Does Teams Phone offer any type of implementation services? Well, if you go to Microsoft Direct and buy the calling plans from them, your options are pretty limited. But an Operator Connect vendor can give you a lot of options when it comes to implementation. They can have a project coordinator run the whole project for you. They can do a phased implementation, which a lot of medium to large size companies want. So say you want to do, 1 or 2 locations at a time. Maybe you have hundreds of locations. You can't do them all in the same day. So you want to do a phased implementation, well, Project Coordinator can help you manage that. And they can also do really cool things like Operator Connect vendors can do a phase 1 where they port all of your phone numbers over to their company and give you SIP trunks from their company and match the same type of dial tone that you have today. And then they just switch over to Teams phone system, one location or one region at a time, as that location is ready to move over to Teams phone system. So that's nice if you have a lot of locations and a lot of employees, and maybe you have SIP trunks connecting a on-prem phone system today, and that provider can just make them become the SIP trunk provider, port all your phone numbers over to them. That way it's a really easy transition as you move to Teams with every different site. So a lot of different options when it comes to implementation. If you use an Operator Connect vendor, again, if you'd like some recommendations on Operator Connect vendors, send me an email, give me a call. That's the best way to go. And lastly, what are the downsides of Teams phone system for a medium to large size company? I get that question a lot too. As I mentioned earlier, features is a big one. So if your company needs a lot of features like software integration or compliance call recording or analytics, any type of fancy features that are outside of the basics, that's kind of a downside of Teams phone system. Another downside of Teams phone system, I think, in my opinion, is from the administrative side, it's a little bit more complex than some of Teams phone system competitors. So Teams phone just hasn't made it super easy. I mean, it's definitely doable for you IT departments out there. You guys already are familiar with the Microsoft admin portal, but as you probably are already aware with the admin portal, there's a lot of things that require 2 to 3 steps that other companies, it just requires 1 step for. Like for instance, adding a call queue really takes about 3 to 4 steps with Teams phone system in the admin portal, where other vendors out there, it's just a single step. So admin is a little bit more complicated, but nothing too crazy that UIT departments can't handle for medium to large size companies. And the last downside of Teams phone system is customer service if you don't use an Operator Connect vendor. Now, if you use an Operator Connect vendor, then customer service is great, because that's what they specialize in. That's one of the benefits of using an Operator Connect vendor, is you get much better customer service. You don't have to go through Microsoft directly. Now, if you go through Microsoft directly for Teams phone system, Microsoft really isn't known for super hands-on customer service. They try to be more on-demand customer service, like do-it-yourself customer service, which for phone systems for medium to large size companies just doesn't cut it. That's why an Operator Connect vendor is the way to go, so that you get that 24/7 live customer support at any time that you need it, and it's included with the service. You're not having to pay extra for it. Well, that's everything you need to know for your medium to large size company about Teams phone system. I hope this video was helpful, but again, if you'd like to know which Operator Connect vendors your company should be quoting, don't try to Google it. Just send me an email, give me a call. There's hundreds or a little over 100 Operator Connect vendors out there. There's no way you can pick the best ones without somebody who knows what they're doing, and that's me. I'm a broker for all the major Operator Connect vendors out there. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I know the industry inside and out. I know which vendors to avoid, which ones you should go with, and I can get you much better pricing on the Operator Connect vendor of your choice, as opposed to you just calling them directly. I can also introduce you to the best people you should be working with at that vendor. And the nice thing is, on top of all that, I don't charge your company a dime to work with me. The service providers actually pay me my broker fee, so you don't have to pay me anything. So there's no excuse not to at least reach out and see what I have to say. All right, so send me an email, give me a call, join the hundreds or thousands, I should say, of other IT professionals who have used me to help them make a lot better decision in a fraction of the time. All right, don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my future weekly videos that I put out. And go check out our website, aerocominc.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.